Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. I hope you're all doing well and good. Well, I've had a real stressful day. I put my car on Marketplace, so I had to get back on Facebook, which I wasn't on Facebook because Marketplace is a place to sell things. I tried on this other site called Gumtree. Oh no, Trading Post. Didn't hear from anyone. I put my car on there and oh my God, it blew up. And I got a message saying your posting or whatever was number one. It got like 2,000 views and all this. So I was selling my 2007 RAV4 four-cylinder manual. Over here, you sell a car with a roadworthy certificate. You take it to a mechanic, they check it all over, they give you a certificate. It will last 28 days, and then people know they're getting a good, safe car, right? If you sell a car without a roadworthy certificate, it's up to the buyer to take it somewhere and get a roadworthy for it, and then take all the paperwork to, it's called Vic Roads in Victoria. It's like your Motor Transport Association in America, I guess, and transfer it over. So you've got to trust these people. But I filled in the change of ownership paper forms. She filled in her bit. I wrote out a receipt. But anyway, look, she came over to look at the car. So many people wanted to see this car. It was just like, oh, lordy, lordy, lord. I already sold two things, and I'm selling my beautiful orange lamp tomorrow. I sold my beautiful peacock wall hanging that my friend gave me, my ex-friend. And I sold, can't remember, I'll think of it in a minute. Maybe I will. I haven't eaten today. All I've had was this from McDonald's, those raspberry things with ice cream. Anyway, so this girl came over and she said that was the guy with her was her brother. And then the way she was talking to him, it's not her brother, because she said, oh, he knocked his leg on the side of my bed. And I'm like, that's not your brother. Anyway, I'm like, okay. She goes, oh, take the car. And I said, don't you think you better drive it first? You know, because it's a manual and the clutch is pretty springy. And I said, look, just take it up the street and then come back and then take your car and go get the money out of the bank. So she leaves at 2:04. So it's 2:30. And I text her and I go, can you please bring my car back? And she goes, oh, I'm just up the street. Do you want anything? I said, no, thanks. And then 10 minutes goes by and I said, I'm ringing the police. So I rang the police and I'm like a chicken with his head cut off. They stole my car, they stole my car. Then they pull up in the driveway and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, they're here. So that was it. So she'd gone to the op shop, you know, the second-hand shop. There's excellent second-hand shops in my area. And so she went in there and she got lost and she bought herself a booster seat for her daughter and things like that. So anyway, after I'd calmed down a bit, I rang Vic Roads and I made sure it was okay to sell the car without a roadworthy, and it was. So we filled in the forms, we took photos of it. She's got the hard copies, we've both got photos of it. So if she gets speeding fines or does anything wrong, it's not on me. I wrote 2 p.m. on the sale, which it's the time she took it up the road. But she actually drove off in it about 3:50. Anyway, it covers my ass. Yeah, so that's sold. But the public transport here is amazing. Like, the trains are really amazing. And I can put Chiquita in a pram and take her on a train. Like, when I didn't have a car a while ago, a few years ago, I was always on the train or the bus, all that. No big deal. I can get around. So, look at this, guys. I know my face is flushing red. I think it's because I haven't eaten. 4,500 Australian dollars. But 3,300 of that is going to fly Chiquita back to New Zealand. So that's it. That's the news. The hot news. Now I have to go bring all my bedding, and I washed all my sheets and I put my pillows out in the sun. And then when you lie on them at night, You can smell how fresh and clean they are. Yes, and Mandy Hops is my life coach. On Duo, she's like, you've got to live like this is your last day. You've got to live like you're going to die tomorrow. You take that money and you go party. You go to a hotel. You go to the pokies. Oh, I took some stuff to the op shop, and this guy who's older than me took my stuff. I had my mask on. He goes, well, you're an attractive older lady. And I'm like, fuck, is it starting to happen now? You know, is it, can you see that I'm like getting old now? He was older than me. And then the girl that bought my car, she's 39. And when I told her I was 52, she goes, what? No. She goes, I thought you were my age, like 40. And I'm like, it's funny what people see when they look at you. Some people see a potato, some people see a potato. Some people see a tomato, some people see a tomato. I saw, when I was walking Chiquita today and I looked at my reflection in the shop window, which I shouldn't do. I look like Sasquatch. Sasquatch? Sasquatch. Bigfoot. Big thing walking. I'm like, oh no, Paula. Gosh. Anyway, I'm rambling. Bye. Take care and Happy New Year.